Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 83. I'm gonna be. I've decided to finish off this little series of hair metal band twofers. So, hair metal bands that uh, have have made only two albums in their careers. So, first off, cheers to everybody to that. I need to stop being a pussy and freaking caucus. Okay, I almost dropped. It's okay to being a pussy with Crystal, I guess, on your PC. Fuck, I almost. Anyway, that went flying a little bit. All right, let's go back to. Technically, I should do stop taping, but you know what? Fuck it. You'll see this is actually not rehearsed. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing hair metal twofers. So pretty much bands with two albums, only two albums in their discography. Is it worth it or not, or what? And I've got some honorable mentions that are not really hair metal, so I'll mention that at the end. So I'm gonna start off with. Which I can't believe I actually forgot this band in my first episode, but this really screams hair metal. Also, a lot of wrong stuff here. So I'm talking about Vinnie Vincent Invasion. I like this album a lot. This is more about the songs, and this one, holy fuck, man! It's like, talk about over the top, cliche talent. Showing off your talent seems to be more important than the song itself. Just go look at the video for "Boys Are Gonna Rock." it's ridiculous, but then compare it to "That Time of Year" by the same band. So Vinnie Vincent Invasion, two albums. I'm not complaining that they didn't do a third one. I'm just, to be honest, the only reason I have this is because I'm a huge Kiss fan. This guy, obviously, Vinnie Vincent used to be in Kiss, so Twisted starts off. Invasion, isn't that the one that ends off with a hi-hat that just goes on for like 2-3 minutes on a loop, and it's like, okay, seriously, man, shut the fucking album up there. Anyway, over the top nonsense. If you like that stuff, like if you like guitar talent, shredding hair metal, this is an album for you. But if you like more about the songs and the band, this album to me is a lot better. So All Systems Go is a lot better than the first Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Next up, oh my god, these guys. I need to drink before this. Alright. I don't even know why I own this. This is shit. Nitro. But, you know what? You have to, like, they have a couple of videos. Well, they have more than a couple. But two videos. So you got to look at Nitro's Freight Train video and Cat Scratch Fever, again by Nitro. That's a cover of Ted Nugent, obviously. I don't even know where to start with these guys. We used to go to my friend's Eric's house and Pascal's and just watch the video for Freight Train and laugh. This wasn't even cool. This was hilarious. This stupid. I remember when I was living with my cousin and she heard this and she's like, is this guy's voice for real? Like, this guy screams apparently 8 octaves or something like that. There, I don't know if this is true. The guitarist has got like a friggin' 4. He's playing guitar on. It's worth looking at the video for Nitro Freight Train, and then look at the drummer for the video of Cat Scratch Fever. What not to do in a video, in a band, and this is actually worse than the first Vinnie Vincent Invasion album. At least there was some respectableness in there. This is just shit. Oh, and side note, this first album was re-released by Real Gone Music, and what they concentrate on is reprinting albums on vinyl that are no longer available or just out of print or whatever. I got an email this week, or maybe last week. This album is on sale. They're literally trying to get rid of it. This is a vinyl, guys. $3.99 new. Okay? We all know a vinyl. If you're lucky, you'll get it new on sale for $20 US. This was $3.99 US. Now it's sold out. I would have gotten it just for shit and giggles, but I didn't want to pay the shipping just for the one album. There was nothing else that interests me right now on that site. So anyway, Nitro and Nitro 2. If you like shit, I mean, go ahead, buy this. But watch those two videos. It's worth the price of admission just watching. Freight Train. Oh, it's OFR, the first one's called. Out Fucking Rageous, I think is what it means. And Nitro 2, Hot Wet Drippin' with Sweat. HWDWS, yeah. Hot Wet Drippin' with Sweat. With Jim Gillette on vocals and Michelangelo on guitar. Shit. I'm sorry. I apologize to any Nitro fans out there, and if I know there aren't any Nitro fans out there. Serious Nitro fans, I'm saying. So. Anyway. Okay, this next band is not really hair metal-ish, but you'll know why I'm putting them in the hair metal group here. I'm talking about Union. So Union is Bruce Kulick from Kiss and John Corabi from Motley Crue and The Scream, which were part of the hair metal era. At the time, I find these very good. I love them at the time. I find them very good now. And I was like, oh my god, I wish they would have made more albums there. I would have accepted a couple more of these guys here. They were starting to get, it was starting to get there, like, I wish there would be more. I do like Union a lot. The unsung heroes from bands that went on to bigger and better things, I guess, there. Not because they sucked, they just wrong guy at the wrong time, I guess, there. Kiss, the non-makeup eras, and Motley Crue, the one album nobody likes, apparently. So I gave this a shot, and great, I like it. So I wish there would have been more of Union, but alas, it was not meant to be. And of course, they just re-released these on vinyl. Great copies. Great stuff. If you're interested, they're re-releasing the Live at the Galaxy on vinyl also. Live albums don't do much for me anymore. So, anyway. That's that for that. Alright, this band. Boy, have I got... I must have mentioned it on my channel before, but I'm going to say this story again. So, when I've bought this band, so they only have 2 albums, and this is probably one of those, my god, I wish they had a lot more albums. I fucking love this band as an adult. As a teenager, not as much. This came out back when, in your heyday of Motley Crue, 1989, Dr. Feelgood, Poison was huge, Rat, White Snake, And then this came out, Blue Murder, and of course, Blue Murder on CD only. It exists on vinyl, not paying $500 for a copy. So this came out, and you know what? The reason I bought this was because I knew this guy. I did not know who the hell John Sykes was at the time. I did not know who the hell Tony Franklin was at the time. And as a teenager, I didn't really like it. We used to make fun of this. I didn't understand it. It was too mature. Then years go by. I'm like, you see the videos on, I guess YouTube started. I'm like, man, that was actually pretty good. Probably even before YouTube, you know what? And I rebought it on CD. No, sorry. I had it on cassette first. I bought it on cassette originally. Then I bought it on CD. Then the Rock Candy remasters came out, so I rebought it on CD again. And then I started collecting vinyl again, so I found this on vinyl again. And this one doesn't, well, it exists, but anyway, it's I love this album. Some people think that this album is not as good. I'm here to tell you that they're wrong, okay? This is as good as this. No questions asked. You look, and I'm gonna, like, I'm not gonna, okay, well. Riot, Valley of the Kings, Jelly Roll, Blue Murder, Black Hearted Woman. Those are freaking classics, okay? But you know what? We All Fall Down. Ichiku Park is dumb. Should have been the last song of the album. Cry for Love, I fucking love that song. Shouldn't Have Let You Go. Another fucking classic. That's a great song. I Need an Angel. My God, that's a great... Like, there's some really great songs on this, too. So, if someone tells you that Blue Murder, Nothing But Trouble, is not as good as the self-titled, they're wrong. They're as good, a little different, but they're as good. So, yeah, I'm actually very passionate about this album here, and I did email Real Gone Music when I ordered from them. It says, and because actually you can actually go and request albums that are out of print, and I'm like, you gotta have this on vinyl, man. I'd fucking listen to this. You know what? Tonight, this is what I'm listening to when going to bed here. But sorry. I wish Blue Murder would. John Sykes, man, if you're listening to this, I wish you guys would just go back with Carmen Apiece and Tony Franklin. I fucking... And Tony Franklin made me buy a fretless bass. When I was a teenager, and I remember, okay, this is dumb sidetrack story. Everybody remember the MySpace days? Well, there's a couple of rock stars that I actually talked to back then. Tony Franklin was one of them, and I told him at a time. And it was actually him there. And I said, you know what? As a teenager, I didn't appreciate Blue Murder. As an adult, I do. And I fucking love Blue Murder. Like, it's one of those wow bands. And he goes, yeah, I get that. It was a thinking man's hair metal. Well, we all know, like, think of Whitesnake in the Still of the Night, that type of music. It was serious, you know, there were some cool riffs. That's what Blue Murder was. And of course, we all know John Sykes. Now, I know John Sykes was the guy who came up with the Whitesnake, those Still of the Night riffs there. So, anyway, if you never heard of Blue Murder, man, and you're an adult, like, I don't think you'll understand it as much as a teen, but as an adult, I would say go for it, man. I love this band. I regret not liking them as a teen as much. We used to laugh at this, and this album came, this came in 89. Yeah, this came in 90. Oh, fuck, it's written so small. 93. 4 years later. Too little, too late, right? So anyway, Blue Murder, self-titled, Nothing But Trouble. Great stuff. I wish they would have done more. And that's my 4 glam metal, hair metal. Like, is Blue Murder really hair metal? Not really. Look-wise, yeah, definitely. So there's that. Now I'm just gonna go and show you my honorable mentions. They're not these not, or not. I don't find these hair metal at all. They're more like hard rock. But I'm just gonna mention just because I have them, and I don't foresee me showing these in any other episodes. Detective and Detective. It Takes One to Know One. They're not bad. They're not great. This is with Michael. This is with Michael DeBars. I know the name. I think his daughter was Pamela DeBars. Correct me if I'm wrong. All fucking day today, I was like, I gotta look up Michael DeBars, or whatever, before I record this episode. And sure enough, here we are recording it, and I fucking forgot to look up Michael DeBars. I knew the name. What else has this guy done that I would have known? Anyway, Detective, they're not bad. So I got these two. They only made these two albums, to my knowledge. There's a reason why I bought this band. So probably everybody knows the band members. So The Firm. Who is The Firm? Well, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin, Paul Rogers from Free and Bad Company, Chris Slade. I forget who he was from before, but he's the drummer, the bald drummer on what the hell that song? Thunderstruck, that album from AC/DC there. That's him on this. And of course, the bass player, Tony Franklin from Blue Murder. This is the only reason I bought The Firm. Not because of Jimmy Page or Paul Rogers. It was because of Tony Franklin. I love his bass playing. And I said I'm going to get these. As a super group, I think I talked about this in my super group episode. Anyway, that was a super group and a half right there. Jimmy Page, Paul Rogers. But again, it's not because of those two guys that I bought this. I bought this because of Tony Franklin. So, there you go. The Firm and Mean Business. Decent band. About a little bit better than Detective, I'll say that. All right, two more bands to go here. This came in the... What year was this, anyway? This has been in early 2001 and 2003. I'm not even... I don't usually brag about owning this, but anyway, live on release. Seeing Red and Goes on a Road Trip. I had this for like a long while here. This is the band, if you're not familiar, this is an all-girl. They probably were between 16 and 20 at the time. They're the ones who had that song there, I'm Afraid of Britney Spears. So, whatever, they're not bad. I enjoyed I enjoyed it there. They're not bad there. They went on to bigger and better things there, the singer especially, and the guitarist. So anyway, live on released. I don't know anybody else who owns these, and I don't think anybody else will brag about owning these either. So probably the only time I'll be mentioning this here. And last but not least, this is so my friend Pascal, and he'll be like, "Oh fuck those guys again," and there'll be a funny story actually attached to this. So my friend Pascal and Eric and all that were all huge thrash fans back in the day. What year did this come out? 1992 and 1994. So this one thrash band is known. This is a side project for one of Canada's better known thrash bands. And I saw the video on Power Hour. I'm like, fuck, that's really good. So I go see my friend Pascal. He fucking hated it. He's got... So anyway, SFH, one of those days, and all you can eat. I actually love these guys. They're funny. They're simple. They're cliche, thrashy. So the band I'm talking about obviously is Razor. This is a side project from the band Razor. I don't like Razor. That's way too fucking heavy for me. This is like thrash meets heavy metal, hard rock, I guess there. When I saw the video for Wicked Man, I was like, okay, I can get into that. So the funny story is, back in the day, I used to bug my friends like, this is so good, I love these guys. And my friend Pascal was like, they're shit and blah blah. My friend Steph hated them even more. So fast forward to, so another funny story is me, my friend Steph and Pascal, when we used to work at Lowe, we used to do these, it's called a fake story. So I forget the name. It was a French TV show, and the concept, so you tell one lie and two truths, but you tell them all three of them, and your friends have to guess by asking questions in a limited amount of time, which is your two truths and which is your lie, or which is your one truth and two lie, whatever. So I remember watching the real TV show on TV, and it's a French comedy troupe called Rock et Belles Oreilles, RBO for short. And they were on this one TV show. And I forget what let's say Andre, his name is, said his two lies and one truth. And one of the things that he said was, I signed up one of my co-workers, which is from RBO also, on Céline Dion's mailing list. And he's like, oh, mon tabarnak, toi. So I got that idea. So I signed up. To this band's mailing list, or fan club at the time. And at the same time, because my friend Steph fucking hated them, I signed him up because of that TV show. I signed him up to SFH's fan club at the time. So I remember I got the letter, and my friend Steph comes to me at Lowe. He goes, you fucker, I just received a fan club letter from SFH. And anyway, it's a dumb story. I know, like, you're probably like, okay, that's not very relevant. One of those you had to be there kind of stories there. But I remember us receiving one official letter. I guess they disbanded or whatnot, and I never received anything. But you know what? What was cool is the whole letter was written on a piece of paper in this font. It was actually pretty cool. I gotta see if I still have that letter somewhere. That was actually pretty funny. My letter was actually very cool. It was like, okay, I thank you for being a fan, blah blah. I've never seen them live, but and they're from Canada, so that sucked. Anyway, that's my story. Sorry for going off on a tangent there, but I tend to go off on little, try to retell little stories. Anyway, that was my story for that. So those are my two for bands. I do not think there will be a part 3 because I don't own any other. Some people have commented on, and I'm like, I own that. I own one of those, like Saraya. I own the first one. My second one is on my to buy list on Discogs, or waiting for it to be on a decent price. But anyway, I believe that's all I have for twofers in the hair metal and glam metal era. And I gave you guys my little honorable mentions. So anyway, on that note, I shall bid you guys adieu. But first, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Thank you for all the little subscriptions of late too, by the way. A1. So on that note, I shall, if everything goes well, there should be something pretty cool coming on a Tuesday morning one. We'll see if everything goes well. Have yourselves a great whatever, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.